Cyprian out to Almiron. Almiron just needs to touch it to Benjamin Henriks. Henriks into Joel Linton. Joel Linton just needs to give it to Ronnie Lopez. Oh, good save, but it's not enough. That's the goal. Ronnie Lopez scores again. Plays it out to Danny Rose. Rose along the ground looking for Ronnie Lopez, and Ronnie Lopez has scored again. Pookie, Ake was too aggressive there. Pookie's through. Pookie's going to equalise. Pookie equalises. Come on, come on, come on. Press him, press him, press him. Yes, Almiron. Joel Linton, make a run. Harriet! Harriet's done it! Harriet gets his first goal, and what a vital goal! So hello and welcome to episode 15 of the PES Dispensers Master League Challenge. Here we are, keep on going with the Newcastle United takeover, and in this one, after the last minute, Harriet finally getting his first goal against Norwich in the dying minutes. What, 80 something minute, it was a late goal. Might not have been as late as 90. Anyways, this one we got Burnley coming to St James's Park, and then a tricky one away to Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. The transfer window does close soon. We've got the 2 games, so it's going to be last day of the window will be, I'm not going to put in this episode, it will be next one. I think, yeah, it shouldn't like just go all the way after we after we play Sheffield. It shouldn't go all the way to like here. It should hopefully stop before. So then episode 16 will be the deadline day and Brighton and West Ham, depending how long deadline day takes. But with that, one thing I think we're going to do is that Darlow, his contract's up at the end of the season. Likewise Elliott, so we do need bids in. We do have one in for Darlow at 2.2, so we could... I don't need to do this, I'm just going to do it. We're going to make our first... series viewer, series subscriber signing, and it's going to be Angus Gunn, so thank you very much Douglas Fender for that one, and Douglas J Fender, Jonathan Kyle and Andy George. So far commenting the most, the best, my favourite subscribers and commenters, as they're getting involved in who we should sign, shouldn't sign. So this one is going to be our first subscriber and viewing signing, so well done Douglas J Fender, you've got us Angus Gunn on loan. Like I say, Darlow and Elliott both will be going at the end of the season. We've got a bid for Darlow, so we are going to accept that. There we go. And the other thing that this does, it will free up a slot, so we won't be able to do it just yet, but we can put in a bid for Chilwell, and then we're going to have 5 left backs lined up, potentially, depending on what happens with Chilwell. So here we go, Douglas J Fender, your man is joining us, so thank you so much, that is what I want from the channels. I know I signed Ake without any involvement at all from you guys, so I do apologise. This is what I want, you guys saying who we sign. I know for left back, Andy George says he likes Juan Bernat. Jonathan Kyle saying Bernat is a backup. So yeah, we'll figure out the probably going to be deadline day, because we need bids to come in for Rose and Willems. If no bids come in, I don't really want 3 left backs on the books. But anyway, Douglas J Fender, and thank you so much, you've got us Angus Gunn. So in comes Angus Gunn on loan for a year. I really hope it was a year. 6 months at $3 million would be a bit much. So yeah, he will join us tomorrow. I think it's still going to say we're negotiating with 5, so I don't think we can put it in bid for Chilwell just yet. No, so we need to wait till after this game here. We need to wait till after the Burnley game, so we may as well just get to Burnley. So Angus Gunn will be joining us on loan after the game, and then we can put a bid in for Chilwell before the Sheffield United game. And yeah, we'll see. So it's going to be transfer deadline days. So it will be a case of after this episode, we need to see if we can put the bid in for Chilwell and if it gets accepted. And then it's just, if bids come in for Rose and Willems, who do we go for? Which 2 do we go for? If obviously a bid comes in for Willems, we go for 1. If a bid comes in for Rose, we go for 1 of these guys. So hopefully Chilwell will be added to it. And then it's just a case of Kazawa, Bernat, George, or Paulo Torre. So Gunn comes in, and then we'll put it in bid for Chilwell. Let's get to Burnley. So let's see how we're looking for Burnley. Burnley, excuse me, going with the 4-4-2, a tricky formation as I said before. I find it tricky to play against. It's got good balance defensively and an attack. Maybe a little weakness there. Westwood playing as the CMF in the middle at 69 rated. But let's see who's up for it for ourselves. So, okay, Dubravka, he's off form and tired, so I think, yeah, let's give Darlow a goodbye appearance. He served Newcastle well. Cyprian on the red. Lopez a bit tired, but he is on great scoring form. Guedes on the green, so he can come in. I think we'll go Tomasi for Longstaff. Then Longstaff can switch. If Tomasi needs to drop to right back for Henriks being tired, he can come in, and then Longstaff can go in at centre mid. So I think we'll go with this one here. So Ake a little tired, but I think we will just play him over Harrell on the better form. So I think we'll go with this. Lopez a bit tired, but he is on the good form and on great goal scoring form as well, getting 8 goals for the season. So probably bring Almiron off the bench. So Maxim Falcao on the bench, as is Longstaff. So let's see what happens here now against Burnley. Sean Dyche with a 4-4-2, the nice old formation. Bentev on form, Rose on form. So hope we get some good stuff out of them, but let's see. So here we are at St James's Park, an evening fixture. It's the title contenders, the title leaders, the table toppers, Newcastle United against Burnley. So Burnley with the 4-4-2, so it could be a tricky, tight game here with not many chances. We shall see. Can't actually remember, well, there's Darlow getting a rare appearance, a goodbye appearance. Thank you for the years serving Newcastle United, but you are off. We are bringing in Gunn on loan. Darlow, whose contract was running up at the end of the season, so he served us well, but it's time to progress and move on as a club. So Darlow leaves us. As I was saying, I'm not too sure what the score was in the first game against Burnley. I think, did we win it? I'm not sure. Oh, can Dembele get this? It's Fernandez, the ex-Newcastle man who we did sell to Burnley. So he'll have a point to prove. He'll want to keep Dembele quiet. Just wanting a point to prove against the club who sold him. Lascelles can't get the right side of Wood. Wood with a chance early on, but Lascelles does get it. Dubravka, get that please. Darlow, it's Darlow in goal, not Dubravka. So it's a corner kick early on. Darlow a bit unsure. He was all the way inside his goal for some reason, but he takes it. Nicely done. And he gives it to Tomasi. Tomasi just gives it to Benjamin Henriks. Wanted that to Ronnie Lopez, but the run just stopped. So here's Fernandez. He plays it up to Wood. That should be Lascelles. So do the 2 men up front, so hopefully Tomasi will just help us out a bit. Oh, not really the pass I wanted, but Ronnie Lopez, can he get this to Henriks? Dembele's asking for it around the penalty spot. The ball comes in, Fernandez gets it. Here's Ronnie Lopez, doesn't make it to Lopez. It's McNeil, goes it down to Wood, back to Dwight McNeil. Henriks just going to get it back into space. That's a good ball. Lascelles caught out of position a bit here. That's a great ball through. Good saved by Darlow, but the rebound goes in. Darlow, it was a good save. He maybe should have done a bit better, because the rebound there just falls to Vidra. Vidra putting Burnley 1-0 up after 9 minutes in St James's Park. As we see here, the big ball over the top. Lascelles can't deal with it. The ball comes in. Good shot. Darlow just parries it out to Vidra. Vidra taps it in. 1-0. Dubravka looking on from the sidelines with a raised eyebrow there, questioning why he was tired, he was off form, but he still may think he might have done a better job there. Vidra putting Burnley 1-0 up. So Dembele kicks us off once again here. Not how we would have been expecting to start the game, but we've come back from going down early before. So we need to look to do that again. Henriks into Lopez. Dwight McNeil again. Just getting the ball back. And Fernandez again goes up to Wood. Lascelles makes that his. Tomasi into Harriet. Harriet with 2 men on him. Plays it into Bentev. Bentev back to Guedes. Into Tomasi. Harriet's making a good little run there. Tomasi looks for him. But they're wise to it, so it goes out for the corner kick. So it's Bentev with the corner. We will let him take it, swing it in. It's up. Tomasi! But Peacock Farrell takes it. He just plays it up to Vidra, who will probably beat Danny Rose in the air. It goes to Westwood, who goes back to Phil Bardsley. And they just look to play it long. Ake just reads it though. Harriet gets it into Bentev, into Ronnie Lopez. Lopez into Harriet. Bit early. Played the pass just a bit too early there to Amin Harriet. Amin Harriet, with the confidence coming off the last game, getting the winning goal, his first goal for Newcastle United against Norwich. The late goal. That's poor from Harriet. That was poor. Dembele picks up, plays it into Ronnie Lopez. Lopez just wanted to play it back into Dembele. Henriks looking for Dembele at the penalty spot. Dembele gets the header, but it's easy for Peacock Farrell. And he just plays out to Goodmonson, but that's brilliant from Gonzalo Guedes. Into Harriet, into Ronnie Lopez. Ronnie Lopez has a go. Goes to Wood. Lascelles too aggressive there. Goodmonson picks up the ball out on the right, plays it back into the goal scorer Vidra. Well done, Nathan Ake. Poor ball though. Again, it's the commentator's curse. Sales coming over. Here's Danny Rose challenging Goodmonson. Bentev coming over to help him out. But Goodmonson gets it over to Westwood. Westwood gives it out to Henrik. Goodmonson's back in space out on the right. So he just gives it back to Henrik. Plays it back out to Goodmonson. Danny Rose, the touch doesn't work for Danny Rose. Well done, and Jamel. And that's a good ball to Ronnie Lopez. That's nicely into Amin Harriet. Dembele asking for it. Can Newcastle get the equaliser? 25 minutes gone. Harriet just looks to play in Dembele. Unlucky. Maybe should have just tried kept on going with Harriet on his own there. They play it up to Dwight McNeil. It's not Dwight, is it? I've said that twice. Is it Dwight McNeil? No, so what it is, it's a throw into Newcastle. 7 minutes gone. Burnley just edging possession. Lopez, can he get it to Henriks? He can. Dembele calling for it. There we give it to Harriet. Gives it over to Bentev. Just a little touch out to Danny Rose. Guedes asking for it. It comes into Dembele. Tomasi fancying one. But shouldn't have done it. Should have just played it to Harriet. Ake's going to be the aggressor here. Kind of works. Tomasi picks it up. Dembele, Guedes, Harriet all ahead of him. He just gives it into Amin Harriet. Harriet now playing in Guedes. Guedes with the touch. Guedes with the finish with the equaliser. Gonzalo Guedes. What a lovely little chip little through. The touch from Guedes. Guedes sees it back into the back of the net to make it 1-1 Newcastle here. Tomasi picks up the ball, gives it to Amin Harriet. Amin Harriet just little chip over. Guedes with the touch. Harriet's 10th assist of the season. Guedes gets, I believe, his 5th goal of the season here. Amin Harriet once again just takes his time, plays it beautifully over into Guedes. Guedes, one touch on the left, one touch on the right, and it's in the back of the net for 1-1 Newcastle. 32 minutes gone, 1-1 at St James's Park. Can we get another goal before the half? We want to go in the half leading. Man City, who I think, they've got a home fixture. I think they're at home against Leicester. So it is a tough game for Man City. But we want to make sure we pick up the wins for ourselves. Dembele, Bentaleb even, into Amin Harriet. Harriet carries on. Peacock Farrell, easy. Ronnie Lopez, did see it early on. He is a little bit tired. We do have Miguel Moron waiting on the bench. He's a good substitute option. Ronnie Lopez will be looking to continue that great goal scoring run he's on. The ball just goes out. So again, Burnley still edging the possession. Nicely done, Gonzalo Guedes. Fernandez to Tarkowski. Tarkowski just goes long up to Wood. Lascelles not quite awake to it, so Wood gets the header down, and it comes here to Taylor, back up to Wood. Lascelles having quite a battle with Wood, and that's a good ball behind. Vidra's dragged Nathan Ake out wide, and it comes back to Wood. Wood and Vidra causing problems, as the two up top normally do for me. Henrik's not many options, not many places to go here. I've ran it out because I looked up to see what, if Ronnie Lopez or Tomasi was the better option, and I run the ball out in doing so. Nicely done, Henriks. Just Dembele needs to play that into Gonzalo Guedes. Guedes needs to get away from Henrik, but he doesn't. Bardsley gets the ball. Ake, aggressive. Bentaleb wins it. Gives it to his captain, Jamal Lascelles. Club captain, clapped for the day in the absence of Sean Longstaff. Oh. Although I think, yeah, no. I can't even remember who is captain when both Lascelles and Longstaff are on the pitch. I think it's Lascelles. But yeah, maybe I'm missing out when Falcao and what's-his-face and Max in play, with them both being maestros, getting the extra XP points. I know Falcao has obviously been captain before. But yeah, I just kind of like, especially Longstaff, the local boy, if we can have him as captain, winning some trophies, lifting the trophy, a local Newcastle guy, lifting a trophy for Newcastle. But either way, it's half-time here at St James's Park, and it's 1-0, sorry, 1-1. Vidra putting Burnley ahead after Darlow could only palm it out into his path, and then Guedes with the equalise on the 32nd minute. Fairly even game, not a great one, but hopefully some improvements here in the second half, so we can hopefully pick up the 3 points here at St James's Park. It is a game we should really be winning at home against Burnley, but we'll see how this half goes. It's good, very nice to see Guedes in the goals again, and also Harrick getting another assist. I mean, that should really count as an assist. Don't see why it wouldn't, but sometimes they don't. Rose just wanted it to Tomasi, but Harrick got in the way a bit. And again, Wood beats the cells in the air. Darlow just gives it out to Danny Rose. Get it over to Tomasi, into Harrick. Harrick into Bentev. Tomasi keeps running. Bentev back into Amin. Looking for Tomasi. Nicely done, Bentev. Just making sure we didn't lose out the ball in a vital place there. And Henriks just brings it back. Plays it back to Tomasi. Tomasi gives it to Bentev. Bentev into Rose. Tomasi again looking to get forward. Guedes just wanted to play back to Bentev. Now Tomasi, having burst forward, is all the way up the pitch, so he's getting back now. Henriks, that's a foul. Few whistles around St James's Park. They've gone again, just looking for Wood. Oh dear. Wake up, Darlow, wake up, Darlow. Let's try again. I mean, that would have been a very bad one to concede. Bentev into Amin Harrick. Harrick into Tomasi. Tomasi just gives it back to Amin Harrick. Into Rose. Looking for Guedes. Guedes again just gives it to Harrick. Harrick into Tomasi. Wants it friend to get up a bit. Sorry, Henriks to get up a bit. Shouldn't have done that. That was silly. That was silly. I knew it wasn't going to work, so I don't know why I did it. Here's Eastwood. Back to Chris Wood, who's had so much of the ball. Drags the cells out wide. They've done good at that, bringing our centre-backs out wide. They've done a very good job at that so far, Burnley. Coming up to the hour, and it's still 1-1. No real chances the second half. Bentev into Harrick. Struggled really to get further than these kind of positions. Henriks will look to play a good one into Dembele, but instead he looked for Amin Harrick. Shame. Nicely done, Ronnie. Dembele just needs to play Henriks in here. He's got Harrick and Guedes at the box, but Dembele's also bursting in. Dembele from the angle gets his 16th goal of the season there. Dembele plays it into Benjamin Henriks, and Henriks, he had options. He had Guedes, he had Harrit in the box, but then Dembele made the burst into the box, and from the tightest of angle, Moussa Dembele puts it in to put Newcastle 2-1 up here. You just see the touch, and then maybe the goalkeeper should have done better there. Obviously he should have just come out and closed the ball out, but Henriks gets another assist. Touch from Dembele. Dembele at the near post. Didn't have much to aim for. Peacock Farrell should have done better there. But it's good to see Henriks getting yet another assist for our main man, Moussa Dembele. 2-1 Newcastle. 63 minutes gone. So Burnley kick off. They go out to McNeil on the left. Ronnie Lopez tracking back. Again, they just play it long to Wood, but Ake reads it. Tamazi just gives it into Bentaleb. Bentaleb turns and gives it to Rose. We do see this a lot, just starting with Danny Rose into Bentaleb, over to Harrit, over to Tamazi. We see it a lot, but this time Harrit gives it back to Bentaleb. Bentaleb fancies a crack, and it just drifts wide, but the referee's pulled it back for a free kick. I don't think he should have played advantage there, because we had the advantage. Bentaleb got a shot away. The referee should not have pulled this one back. We took the advantage, we played the advantage. So if Burnley concede from this, Sean Dyche will be fuming on the touchline. Bentaleb, who did have the chance, but now he's got the chance from the free kick to put Newcastle 3-1 up, 67 minutes. Nabil Bentaleb, too much. Way too much. In a way, good, because that would have been a bit unfair on Burnley had they conceded from that, as the referee did, well, he called it back after Bentaleb did have a shot. So maybe you say they're justice served. It would have been very harsh on Burnley if we had scored from that one. So Burnley will look to get back in and equalise here. Having gone ahead, they now find themselves behind. That was very poor there, defensive play. Guedes just gets it. Gives it to Bentev, but Goodmanson with the interception. Well done. He gives it into Henrik. Didn't really want Tamazi over there. Want him here on Westwood. Into Wood. Well done, Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake, delightful little ball into Ronnie Lopez. Dembele into Guedes. Guedes, get that? No, unlucky. So go again long, this time looking for Vidra. Once again it's Nathan Ake. Danny Rose into Harrit. Poor Danny Rose. That was a poor ball. 73 minutes. We'll just look to make some subs. Maybe shame Ronnie Lopez hasn't scored for another game running. But he was a bit tired, so we may need to bring on Alma on. We do a Sheffield United, an away game at Sheffield United next. But we just need to see out these 15 minutes first here at St James's Park. Almost a brilliant ball from Harrit to put play in Guedes. So Taylor goes off and on comes Peters for Burnley. We'll also make some substitutions for ourselves here. So Lopez, Henrik's a bit tired, so Tamazi will have to come in at right back. On comes Longstaff. Lopez, he's okay. He's out. We'll leave him for now. So Longstaff, on comes Longstaff for Benjamin Henriks. Like I say, very, very nice to see Henriks getting assist, but he was a bit tired there. So just a little change. Tamazi going over into right back and Longstaff slotting in midfield. And here is Longstaff straight away, but straight into Peacock Farrell's hands. Once again, it's up to Wood, but Lascelles this time wins it. Come on, Ronnie, get that. Unlucky. No, yeah, we should have subbed Ronnie Lopez, actually. So we will sub him at the next opportunity, which is now. Thank you, Ronnie Lopez. Shame you didn't get another goal. But a booking here for the late one. Okay, just trying to take out Amin. So we'll give Lopez a rest. So on comes Miggy Almiron. Oh, we could just bring on St Maxim. Excuse me. We'll get Miggy a run out. Good little shift, Ronnie Lopez, but it's another one. He kind of is a bit... He can be a bit quiet if he's not scoring. But, yeah. So never mind. Up you get, Jamel. Stop complaining, get up. Oh dear. And he gets fouled again. Chris Wood and Lascelles. Nice little battle they've had this game. It's been an enjoyable one. Lascelles just a bit slow. A bit too casual there on the ball. But he gets fouled, but it was kind of his own doing. He was just too casual there. We'll just give this to Tomasi. Over to Danny Rose. He can then just pop it, switch it to Longstaff. And now Tomasi's in a bit of space there, having dragged them over a bit. Longstaff into... couldn't get the ball to Bentelev. So 6 minutes to hold on here. Longstaff gets away. Can he play in Dembele? Should have gone himself. Vidra into Ashley Barnes. So they made... Okay. So Wood's come off and Ashley Barnes has come on. Tomasi wins it. Dembele into Almiron. So throw in Burnley. 5 minutes. Just a little over 5 minutes to see this one out. Burnley once again go long. Easy for Tomasi. Ashley Barnes read that though. They read it. And Vidra's going to have to go off injured here. But I think Burnley may have made all 3 subs. I'm not sure. Something tells me they've made all 3 subs. Jamel Lascelles almost getting caught out for a 3rd time doing that. He just needs to be a bit more careful. Bentelev nicely into Guedes, back to Bentelev! Bentelev has scored another one! This time with that trusty left foot. Nabil Bentelev getting his 3rd of this season, plays it into Guedes, Guedes back to Bentelev. So that should be another assist for Gonzalo Guedes, golden assist, but here we go. Bentelev into Guedes, Guedes just gives it back, touch on the right, touch on the left. Peacock Farrell, no chance, back of the net, 3-1 Newcastle United. Nabil Bentelev has scored another fantastic goal for Newcastle United here. Just hits it, and Peacock Farrell, no chance. The outstretched arm, he's diving, he's reaching, but he's not reaching the ball. It's 3-1 Newcastle United. Can Man City, do they have any chance of reaching Newcastle United in this title chase, or is it over at the start of the new year? Well, not over, but 8 points. It could extend back, but Newcastle United, what a season they are having. What a season. Nabil Bentelev also having a great season. A lot of players coming into their own now at the start the second half as they're getting used to the tactics, the formation. A lot of players really starting to show and come into their own. But as I say that, Bentelev just runs into Goodmanson. Well done, Gonzalo Guedes. Just wanted to play in Dembele there. So Vidra is still on the pitch, so he could be looking at quite a layoff here, because he's surely going to pick up an injury. So Brady against Tomasi. Tomasi comes out on top, gives it to Lascelles. This time Lascelles just plays it away. So there we go, 3-1 Newcastle United. Guedes, Dembele and Bentelev getting the goals for Newcastle United. Harriet picking up, hopefully picks up another assist there. He should have got one for the Dembele goal, but great victory. So it's the 9 shots for Newcastle, 7 on target for just the 3 from Burnley. Burnley taking the shock lead from Ken Darlow. Ken Darlow just panging it back out into the path of Vidra. Vidra into back of net, but then Newcastle come back to get the 3-1 victory here at St James's Park. Great performance. So as we see here, Gonzalo Guedes getting the man of the match. Just going to check out. He certainly got at least one assist, 1 goal. Harriet getting another assist, and Bentelev putting in a good performance as well. Dembele picking up his goal as well. So a great performance here at St James's Park for Newcastle United. So let's see what that does now. So as we see, 3-1 over Burnley, match day 23, Chelsea getting the victory over Norwich. Burnley will see how it draw. I'll probably start skipping this because it takes up a kind going for every result. Yep, so West Ham, where are Man City? Man City drawing, so we do extend the lead. Man United getting a big win over Arsenal, but Man City drawing with Leicester City. So that does mean it is back to 10 points. We now have a 10-point gap over Manchester City in January. As we see there, 19 wins, 4 draws, no defeats, 0 defeats. We, apart from Man United, are the league's top scorers. Again, defensively could do a bit better. Norwich, Wolves, Brighton still, but Bournemouth, Villa, Palace, Southampton, maybe not safe, and Sheffield United. So we got Sheffield United next, but yep, a few teams in that relegation battle. For the battle for the top, it is between Newcastle and Man City, but Newcastle United have extended that league at the top of the table. So as next we will have Angus Gunn joining us, and we can also see about putting a bid in for Chilwell. So let's get to that now. Great victory there. So we've got some news. So there you see Bentlev with that one getting the winner. So let's just check this. Sells is injured. Gunn joins us. Douglas Fender, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, as this is what I'm wanting for the channel. You guys getting involved in the team and having a say. So it's your channel as well, your series. So Douglas J. Fender gets the PES Dispensers series channel's first subscriber and viewer signing. I cannot thank you enough for that. So obviously he's just a backup, so it's not a glamour first team, first 11 signing. But it's our first subscriber view signing, so I cannot be happier with that. Play departures, Darlow leaves. Okay, so we can put in a bid for Chilwell. So let's see what he's looking at, and then it is just going to be a case of who do we go for. So they'd be wanting 31. Hang on, how much is he worth? That's big money. So he's worth 45. 31. It would be a big signing. 49. We'll try that. We'll try this. So that would mean, so again, I'm gonna need the decision made. We still have no bids in for our players. So Gunn's joined on loan. We probably do need to pay Bentlev a permanent, but we can't do it now. So we'd have Chilwell. So there's obviously Chilwell, 24. There's his kind of stats. Every single one is pinpoint crossing, which is very important. So there we got Chilwell at 24. Paulo Torre at 23. George at 24. Juan Bernat at 27. But with Bernat, he can play a multitude of positions. So he would be a great cover, but I think the physical, I don't know as a start, and we still need bids in for our current left backs, and then Kazawa at 28. So those are our options. Yeah. So if you do want to have a look at the stats, feel free to pause this at this point as I go through each player, so you can actually have a good look at the stats, or load up your own PES, have a look. But if we get bids in for both Rose and Willems, we can bring in 2 before the January window closes. If we don't get bids in for any, I don't know what to do. If we get a bid in for 1, then we'll have to assess it. But we're going to go in this game with Sheffield United, and then that'll be the end of the episode. So next episode will be the last day of the window, and then, as I say, Brighton and hopefully West Ham, depending how long the window takes. But yeah, so Andy George, you did say you fancy Juan Bernat. Is that still the case? Well, we'll see after the game what happens with Chilwell. We'll see, and we'll see what happens with incoming bids. So let's try and keep up the winning ways on the back of that brilliant performance against Burnley, with a trip down to Bramall Lane in Sheffield United. So let's see who's up for it here. Ake, oh no, but thingy's Lascelles is injured, so yeah. We could actually give Dubravka a rest and bring in Gunn. Could do. Henrik's a little tired. Benton. Okay, so Maximum tired. Gueda's also. No, so Maximum's off form. Gueda's tired. Okay, interesting. So I think we'll bring Cypren. Longstaff can obviously come on for Henriks, and then Cypren drop back. Do we go to Maisie and Cypren? We'll go with Entelev. He did score again last game. Harriet and Lopez both tired. So I think we'll bring in Miggy, and then what we may do is bring on Ronnie for Armin. Tempting to go with a Jolinton off Alcal and 2 up top. A more 4-4-2. Do we go there? We'll go Jolinton. We'll put Belly up and Jolinton kind of like here. Yeah, we'll go with this one. A bit of an we'll go with this. So quite a few tired legs on the pitch. Do we go with Gun? Do we go with Gun? Actually, Belly's a bit tired. We're going to go a completely different one. We're going to go Falcao and Jolinton. We'll make Falcao the cat. What just happened? Why did it switch Falcao with Dembele? What? Where's Falcao just Where's Falcao just gone? What? Jolinton. Falcao captain. Maestro get the XP points. I'm going to bring in Angus Gunn. Oh, it drops it down at 81. 81 in the chemistry. But we'll give to Brad Caress. In comes Angus Gunn. Here's your boy, Douglas Fender. Angus Gunn comes in. We've got Dembele, Guedes, Almirón, Longstaff, Tamazi, Kraft and Elliott on the bench. Where's Sim Maxim? Yeah, we'll get Sim Maxim on. Maybe, actually, we'll go Sim Maxim. We'll just get Lazaro on, that doesn't feature, but just an option at right back for Henriks, is I'd rather keep Cypren in the middle. Why is Ake gone to right sided? We want him there. So we'll go with this here. Let's go. Let's get to Bramall Lane. So Sheffield with playing 5 at the back, but I do notice 69 Besic playing as a centre back. So maybe we can get him there, Jolinton, Falcao. Sander Burge playing as a right-sided DMF. 2 up front could cause problems, but yeah, let's just see how we go here. Let's get to this. Let's try and keep the winning ways going. So here we are at Bramall Lane, having taken the journey down to Sheffield. A difficult tie against Chris Wilder's Sheffield United. Not too sure where they're on the table. I think they're about 9th or 10th in this, obviously doing in real life. So Falcao leading out the team, followed by Angus Gunn, the debutant, and Nathan Ake. He's slotted in quite nicely in Nathan Ake, but here with another debut. It's Angus Gunn on loan, so big improvement. I do have a bit more confidence bringing him in goal, than I did with Darlow and Elliott. But Darlow and Elliott served us well. Still no bids for Elliott, but I just thought their contracts are running up. We'll just bring in Angus Gunn and make our first subscriber viewer signing. But there's the Sheffield United lineup. But there you see Javi Manquillo, the former Newcastle United right back. But yeah, so looking optimistic and confident to this one really. There's our lineup, pretty strong. A few changes though, bit of a mix. No St Maxim, no Guedes. Oh wait, why is Ronnie Lopez back on? Oh, for goodness sake. What has it done? I did something that changed all my changes around. So Ronnie Lopez and Harriet starting. Not what we wanted, because we wanted to rest one of the two at least. So they're going to both be knackered. So that didn't work. I thought we'll go bring Miggy on for a game. But I did the change captain thing and somehow it changed all the lineup. So I'm not sure if I've made even more mistakes in the lineup. Oh. So here's Nabil Bentev. He was definitely playing, I know that much. Lopez into Willian Cypren. Gets the touch away. Plays it into Henriks. Henriks along the ground looking for Jolinton. Jolinton gets his first of the season to put Newcastle 1-0 up after the 4th minute. Again the players unsure who celebrate. But Jolinton finally gets off the mark. Benjamin Henriks getting yet another assist. The PES dispenser applauds the early goal here. We see Cypren. He's bringing the ball forward. Brings it forward nicely. Plays it into Henriks. Henriks just plays it along the ground and it's Jolinton at the near post to put one in to put Newcastle United 1-0 up, and Jolinton finally gets his first goal this season. We saw Harriet get his first recently, and now it's Big Joe's turn to finally get it off the mark and score his first goal this season for Newcastle United. There we go. 1-0 up, 5 minutes gone. Let's look to add on that. Man City, I believe they have a home fixture against Leicester. So, difficult game for Man City. But we just need to focus on our own results. More Man City. And keep our place at the top of the league. Somehow, top. Oh, good pressure, Bentelev. But he can't get it. So, Sheffield United just looking to build it up along the back here. Play it into Lundstrom. Lundstrom goes back to Besic. May go aggressive and push the line all the way up there. But I think playing it long, although Sheffield, they do have the two up top, we should be okay with Harrell and Ake. Rose does get it. Oh, no, come on, Danny. Get that back. It's a free kick to Newcastle in a bit of an awkward position. I will probably just try a shot from here. It's a bit of an awkward one. So having Manquillo, number 11, bit of an odd number, fouling an ex-teammate in Danny Rose. Benta maybe. I think it's more right footer. I think it's more right foot. Maybe go Falcao or Harrit. Let's go Harrit. I just want to get it in and over. Harrit! Oh, just wide. Just wide, I mean. Just wide. Not a bad effort. Little wide. I'm sure if probably on target, the keeper would have had it covered though. Zavarets with a goal kick. Our pass completion all the way down at 69%. But we are still in the lead. I didn't realise our pass had been that sloppy. Never mind. Jonathan. Well, that doesn't help either. So that brings it down even further so. Yeah, I think I will go aggressive because they are just going to do this. I mean, we could just drop back, wait for the long ball. Nicely done, Nathan. It's Big Joe, the goal scorer. Gives it to Danny Rose. Falcao looking for Radamel. Comes to Nathan Ake. Cyprian into Bentev. Bentev back to Cyprian. Cyprian takes a touch. I wanted it to Harrit, but we get another free kick in a dangerous position. We do have options. We've got Falcao, Harrit, Bentelev, and what's his face? Ronnie Lopez on the pitch. It's Sander Berge giving away the free kick. This one, yeah, we'll go William Cyprian. How can I forget we've even got William Cyprian on the pitch. He does have a lot of curl actually. Little more. It's up and over. William Cyprian scores a beautiful free kick to put Newcastle United 2-0 up. 14 minutes. Newcastle United. William Cyprian with the free kick. Harrit couldn't make it count the last one, but William Cyprian just a couple minutes later puts it in the back of the net past Ferrips. 2-0 Newcastle. William Cyprian with quite a nice free kick there. Wasn't quite top corner or in the corner, but it's gone into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Newcastle United after 15 minutes. If we can get a couple more goals by half time, that would be good to give Amin Harrit and Ronnie Lopez a rest. Who have we got next? I'm not too sure, to be honest, who we're next, but either way, I don't... oh, sorry, I've had attacking fullbacks on for 16 minutes, so that won't help the fatigue either. So probably we'll have to bring on Kraft at some point. Here goes Ronnie. Does he fancy it? He can't play in Falcao. Poor ball. The Sheffield United still not going attacking. If they are 2-0 down, they would start going attacking, create even more spaces. But so far, they're still kind of keeping it neutral. Still just playing this boring football. That should be Ake's. Well done. It does just fall for Lundstrom. Into Sander Berge. Close him. Ake a bit aggressive there, but it's okay. Oh, my player select goes very wrong. Lopez watch him out on the right. That's a good ball to Oliver Burney. That was a very good ball over. Angus Gunn just going to give it out to Danny Rose. I think it just said there we only need 33% of possession, or 36 maybe. That's a poor ball. That's a terrible ball. No need for that. Oh, Ake, watch yourself. Oh, I thought Sifran was going to get that. Never mind. Ake should be yours. Oh. Well, into Ronnie Lopez. Ronnie Lopez nicely into Henriks. Henriks will just go back. Then we'll try and get it over to Danny Rose. He's got quite a lot of space here. Play it into Joe. Nice touch, Joe. Oh, bit heavy though. Just went away from him. But good to see Joelinton getting off the mark and getting his first of the season. So he's halfway to his tally in for what he's got in real life. Falcao just needs to play in Amin Harit. Amin Harit. Amin Harit. Oh, can't get his second goal. Nice play though. Radamel Falcao just playing in Amin Harit. Normally it's Harit playing in other people, so it's nice to see him getting played in. But just comes onto the left foot and just couldn't get it past Verips. Corner kick Newcastle. Bentev to take this one. Oh. It's fall to Henriks. Just going to give it to Danny Rose. Rose into Cipran. Cipran looking for Joelinton. Joelinton just offside. See there, Joelinton and Falcao just straight offside there. Again, they just play it long. Ake gets that. Here's Joelinton. Joelinton into Amin. Harit. All the way out to Danny Rose. That's a good ball. Can Danny Rose get back past Javi Manquillo? Can Javi Manquillo plays it back to Verips, who just plays it long. Easy stuff for Harrell. Bentev. Oh, just wanted that to Rose, and then Rose could have played in Amin Harit. Watch yourself, Harrell. Couple of quick little passes there between Norwood and McBurney, I believe. Oh, the passing this game's not been good. Bentev just gives it to Danny Rose. Rose a nice little dink into Ronnie Lopez. Lopez sees Cipran running. Cipran goes out to Henriks. Henriks, Joelinton's asking for it, but here's Radamel! Great save! Great reactive save there from Radamel Falcao on the volley there. So the ball comes out, William Cipran plays it out to Benjamin Henriks. Henriks looking for his second assist of the game. On the volley, Verbs, great save, corner Newcastle. But Bentev to take it. Oh, Restos with a header clear. Danny Rose just gives it to Nathan Ake. Ake assesses his options. Oh, and despite all the time, still almost gets it wrong. Henriks. Lopez was holding his man up. Maybe should have played him. Bentev just going to give this over to the man in space, Danny Rose. Rose looks to play Falcao, but he plays it into Javi Manquillo's balls. Throw in Newcastle United. 38 minutes gone. Good half so far from Newcastle. Bentev just tries to get that to Harit. Harit takes it nicely. Back to Bentev. Bentev into Cipran. Cipran to Bentev. Bentev back to Cipran. Cipran hits it! Danny Rose into Joelinton. Joelinton looks to play in Falcao. Can't make it through. Okay, get back now. Get back now. Nicely done, Nathan. Lopez gets it out to Henriks. Can he get the touch past Stevens? Oh, we do get the throw in. Can we get a third before half time? Cipran looking to play it into Falcao. It's a poor ball. So half time looks like 2-0. A good first half there. Blistering first like opening 15 minutes or so. Joelinton and Cipran getting the goals. Can Amin get the third? Nicely done at Sander Berge though. Oh, okay, you're going to get caught out there. You're going to get caught out there. Well done, Danny. So still no bids for Danny Rose or Jetro Willems, so they're still surviving. Joelinton and Cipran see us 2-0 up at the break at Bramall Lane. A decent performance, passing a bit poor. Yeah, so decent enough. As you see there, just 56 completed passes for Newcastle United. Sheffield United limited to no shots so far in the first half. So second half, Radamel Falcao looking to kick us off. Hopefully we can add to that goal tally and close in on Manchester United as the league's top scorers. Hopefully, it would be nice. Can Cyprian get away from Lundstrom? He can, does nicely. Plays it into Radamel. Radamel takes the ball very nicely there, but he couldn't get it to Ronnie Lopez. Again, they just play it up to Billy Sharp. Here's Norwood. Back to Stevens. Stevens back to Besic. Besic back to Restos. They're just going to play it along the back here. So they have gone attacking now, and they've changed a few things, but I didn't actually notice what tactic they went for. Into Falcao. Should have maybe just gone with Harrett on his own there. Just watch this guy out here. Over you get, Henriks. Nicely done, Benjamin. And he plays it beautifully into Ronnie Lopez. Cyprian over to Bentev. Bentev over to Ake. Ake out to Rose. Gives it into Joelinton. Joelinton into Martin Harrett. Harrett now gives it to Willian Cyprian. Cyprian into Ronnie Lopez. Waits for his... oh dear, Henriks, but I didn't mean to do that. Got the pass completely wrong. Just meant it along the ground. But I was going to go for an early cross, so I pressed L1 before Henriks even had the ball. So it made me do a chip ball out with Ronnie Lopez. So completely botched that one. No, I was going to say, how's that not out? 55 minutes. Ronnie Lopez has been a bit tired, but I don't really want to take him off. But we are going to need to think about it. He does need a rest. Bentev fancies one. Wide, very wide from Nabil. Up we go to Sharp again. Arel, there we go. Lopez can't get it away from Norwood. Norwood goes back to Stevens. They're going to go all the way back again. And then go up long to Billy Sharp. Burge, Harrett, nicely done, I mean. He's not just there to get the assists. Joelinton, can't just muscle the men off, but never mind. Sharp into McBurney. They don't really have too many options up with them. I could just wait for Danny Rose. Get the ball, Danny. Harrett into Cyprian. Cyprian gives it to Ronnie Lopez. Waits for Henriks to get up. That's poor. It's too early. Move breaks down, and we'll have to try again. Nicely done, I mean. Nicely done, Willian. Falcao into Harrett. Unlucky. Harrett wins the ball back again. Looks to play in Radamel. Falcao with the chance. Good save. Cyprian to Henriks. Henriks into Harrett. Harrett gives it to Nabil. Nabil gives it to Danny Rose. Danny. Come on, Willian. And Henriks, you might going to get caught out here. Your position's way open. Nicely done, Ronnie Lopez. I think we will sub Ronnie though with that. Lundstrom goes off and Fleck comes on, but we are going to have to just look after Ronnie Lopez a bit here. So we'll bring on Miggy Almer on. I mean, we could go. We'll just rest Ronnie Lopez for now. We'll keep Harrett on for maybe another 10 minutes or so. So on comes Miggy Almer on for Ronnie Lopez. Yeah, and we've seen this before. We've seen this. Come on, Sheffield. Do something a bit more adventurous. That was terrible. That was so bad. Van Burge gives it to Javi Manquillo. Not at the best game as Javi. Bentev just going to come back to give it to Danny Rose. Harrit wants it. He gets it. He gives it to Miguel Almiron. Henriks waits for Henriks on the overlap. But he sees a little space on the inside here as a result. The space has opened up. He just needs to play this to Falcao. Oh, unlucky, unlucky Radamel. I think we may have got a corner here. So see Henriks on the overlap created the space for Almiron to attack. And then he sees Radamel Falcao. And it is a corner kick to Newcastle. Bentev to take it. Maybe should have gone with an outswinger, but never mind. That's not bad. It's up to Harrit at the back. Joelinton to keep it in. Gives it to Willian Cypren. Cypren to the car one in. Oh, unlucky Willian. So Sheffield United is still with no shots. It'd be very nice to keep it like that after the 90. We have had a couple of games where we let teams get into the double digits of shots. So it's nice to see at the moment Sheffield without a single one. Oh, unlucky Radamel. Unlucky again. But you did kind of run into Sander Berge there at the last one. Go on, Ake. Go on, Nathan. Oh, we just lose out to Fleck there. Oh, I thought Harrit was going to get it back. There's Bentev. Harrell into Bentev. Gives it to Amin Harrit. Sees Falcao make a decent run. Oh, Falcao can't keep hold of the ball though. We'll probably need to sub Harrit. Shame there's no assist from this game. Benjamin Henriks with the only assist so far. And then obviously Willian Cypren with his free kick. And Almiron's in space again out on the right. Miguel Almiron just needs to get this over to Falcao. Oh, it's another save. Can Joelinton get his second of the game? No. Comes to Bentev. Bentev into Cypren. Cypren into Amin. Oh, good little challenge there. Almiron, nice ball into Falcao. Falcao again looking to tee up Harrit. It's almost as if Falcao wants to say, hey, you deserve more goals for all the ones you create. He really has tried playing in hard this game. Almiron. Oh, I was going to say Almiron wanting it. So you see there, Harrit very, very tired. Can Danny Rose get this? Can he dispossess Javi Winquillo? Can he get the cross in? Oh, back to Fleck. 85 minutes gone, so we couldn't add to 2 early goals, but it's been a decent performance here from Newcastle United on the road. Looking like another 3 points here. Actually, no, I don't want to use Harrit. Doesn't look like we're even going to get the sub for Harrit, so he could be very knackered next game. Go on, Willian. Why'd you stop your run, though? Almiron. Nicely done, Miggy. Back to Cypren. Oh! Henriks. To Falcao. Doesn't make it. So they've gone tight marking Cypren. And Tev gives it to Danny Rose. Rose into Harrit. Harrit. Oh, not enough on it. Miguel Almiron keeps it in. Gives it to Henriks. Henriks into Cypren. Cypren back to Henriks. Henriks into Falcao. Can't make it there. So it's 2-0 on the road. Joelinton and Cypren. Not the most likely scores, but great to see Joelinton get his first goal of the season. Nice to see Cypren put in the free kick there to make it 2-0 to Newcastle United against Sheffield United. As we see, 13 shots to Newcastle, none to Sheffield United. Good performance, 53% possession. The passes, frankly, did get a bit better than the second half. Fantastic performance on the road for Newcastle. So let's see what happened with Man City. What's the lead looking now at the top of the table? Let's find out after the ratings. So it's Willian Cypren with the man of match. Danny Rose with a 4.5. Nice to see Henriks getting the 7 there. So good performances all round. So Man City. Oh no, they weren't playing Leicester, they were playing Bournemouth. They might have played Leicester last game, sorry. So 4-0 Man City. So it's still the 10 points between Newcastle United and Manchester City. Newcastle United 20 wins, 4 draws and 0 defeats. 44 goals scored means we are just 1 behind Manchester United. in the top scoring team. Defence still could do a bit of improvement, as we see Man City having the tightest defence with 12. So Norwich, Bournemouth, Wolves in the Wolves, come on now, what's happening there? So Wolves down in 18th, but Newcastle United still top of the league. So there we see a streak of Newcastle United wins, but let's check. So, as per Quetta, okay, month report. Dembele now has acrobatic finishing, so that is very, very nice. Still no update on Chilwell. Okay, fair enough. So there we go. That'll do for the episode. So 2 wins against Burnley and Sheffield United. So it looks like next episode will do a transfer deadline day. We're beginning with, well, a bit before that, see what happens with Chilwell. Transfer deadline day, see how long that takes, and then we got Brighton and West Ham. So let me know if Chilwell comes in, who you fancy at left back. But I won't bore you with all that again. So if Chilwell does happen, we do have another option where we still need the bids in. But I'm going to wrap up the episode here. Thank you so much as always. Hugely appreciate the views, the like and subscriptions. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much and see you soon.